Harry, I have got some tremendous news for you. In the last video that I did on Uncanny Excellent Men, issue 207, I announced that there was only 5 more Christopher Clairvoyant Nimrod issues left for us to review. But I was wrong, and there's only 4. And now, after this one, there are only 3. And the next one isn't even that bad. I can just about tolerate it. This is issue 208, and the creative team is, as you would expect, Christopher Clairvoyant. He is doing the writing, and Junior is doing all the pictures. And this is the start of a 2-part free-for-all between the Excellent Men, the Bondage Club, and Nimrod. And look, there is Buffy Pride. Wolfman, he just fatally wounded Rachel Fenix, and we're focusing on Buffy Pride. She is chewing out Wolfman for seemingly killing Rachel and treating her like a villain. I won't get into how knackered and stupid this plot or the characterisation is. It is properly stupid, and Wolfman is written as an arsehole here. But at least he's finally been written in this book. Wolfman, his logic is as broken as it was last issue. He talks about ethics and killing, but look, there is Sunder. Good old Sunder. Not Strong Guy, you bastards. It is Sunder. Definitely not Strong Guy. Then we are in a park and a mugger attacks a woman, but it's okay because Kate Beckinsale shows up and she absorbs the mugger's life force. But it's not okay because she hasn't saved the woman at all. She then absorbs the woman's life force too. So the Bondage Club assemble, though Emma Frosty's isn't there, which I'm fine with because I didn't really want Christopher Clairvoyant to write her. Kate Beckinsale, she has brought them all together to alert them to Rachel Fenix's assassination attempt. Then Kevin Bacon, he is there and he has a bit of an argument with Kate Beckinsale. Eventually, the Bondage Club, they decide they are gonna go out and hunt down Rachel Fenix, wherever she is, and kill her or capture her. But then we have got Terminator Vision, and this is Nimrod. He is also searching for Rachel Fenix, and now I also know why I am so obsessed with the Marvel Andy books. It turns out that my dad, Nimrod, he had them all programmed into his mainframe. This is also the first time we ever hear the term Omega Level Mutie right here, and as such, this issue is responsible for a lot of terrible pissing contests between writers about which muties are powerful enough to be considered Omega Level Muties, and then loads of terrible arguments on stupid Battleboard fan forums. And the sad thing is, I think back then, it was probably just the case that Nimrod, he was identifying Rachel Fenix as being an Omega level threat as opposed to an Omega level mutie. Then we have got that whole subplot that I think is stupid, which goes nowhere, with Nimrod having a human identity and him connecting with this family and their little son. So all these forces, the Excellent Men, the Bondage Club and Nimrod, they are all converging on a badly injured Rachel Fenix. You'd think that a moody little teenager with like 20 different godlike powers, she would easily be able to quickly mend her own body, but we're just meant to ignore that really. And the only reason she survived anyway was because of her using one of her many obscene power-ups to prevent a fatal stabbing that, she says, pierced her heart and her lungs, but she was able to stop it from killing her. She can stop that, but she apparently can't stop a little bit of bleeding. She is injured, so you can kind of just convince yourself that she isn't in the best state of mind to properly consider the applications of her powers. But the truth is, it's just Christopher Clairvoyant's writing and his quickly changing affections. He has gone off Rachel Fenix now, after having spent the last 20 issues handing her more and more powers. Well, he's bored of her now, so he is writing her out of the book. So Rachel Fenix, Fenix Force powers, they flare up and they lash out at Wolfman for hurting her. And Wolfman, he's gonna die unless Buffy Pride can jump in and save him. I am making an effort to not dwell on all these blatant examples of Christopher Clairvoyant's preferential treatment, because these videos will just become monotonous. So Wolfman, he is conveniently taken out of the fight before a single one of the combatants even meets each other. But look, there's Calabac. Always nice to see him drop in and make an appearance. And they're actually going to use his mutant powers to locate Rachel Fenix. Of course, it's the Christopher Clairvoyant pet characters who get to speak up and offer their thoughts and where they stand in this whole situation with Rachel Fenix. Steelman and the Smurf, they just didn't bother saying anything. So the team, they decide to leave Wolfman behind due to his injuries. They also leave the Smurf behind with them to look after him, which is, again, a very convenient way for Christopher Clairvoyant to get rid of two popular characters that are not his personal pet projects. So the Bondage Club, they are out hunting Rachel Fenix, and also Nimrod, he arrives, but the first one to find Rachel Fenix is the Bondage Club's Gimp, and he's gonna bum Rachel. But then Rouge, she flies in and saves her. She gets her all big thing fighting the Gimp. And then the rest of the Excellent Men and the Bondage Club, they show up. Again, you will notice it's just the same Christopher Clairvoyant female characters who are doing anything. Buffy Pride, Rouge. Why isn't Steelman fighting? Oh, because he quickly gets absorbed by the ground like quicksand to take him out of the fight as well, straight away. And he will stay under the ground, hidden away, for the rest of this issue and most of the next issue. He does at least get a big moment right at the end of the next one, but one Steelman scene does not make up for or even remotely equal the amount of focus on Storms or Rouge or whatever. The ratio of Steelman scenes to Storm scenes, it's like 1 to 20. And why are they only doing this to Steelman? Why didn't they just suck off all the Excellent Men into the ground like this? It is Christopher Clairvoyant, so it is transparent as always. Look, it's all about Storms, her thoughts and her feelings and her unreadable inner monologues. And here is Rachel Fenix. This is her goodbye. She walks off bleeding out and she isn't seen again for 4 or 5 years. If this funny ending to this character's story wasn't enough for you, well, here is the real winning thing. A splash page ending of Nimrod showing up. Fantastic art by Junior Jr. Nimrod, he is just a fun design and concept. He is a big, pink, indestructible, isometric looking robot that guns around and kills muties. It's a simple but enjoyable idea when it wants to be. They're doing a big toy of him soon and I probably will have to get it. I'm glad we got to this point. The last few Clairvoyant videos, they have all been very much me hating on it completely, and I hated on a lot of this one too. I do really hate Christopher Clairvoyant. I think he is really terrible. But from the start of the channel, from the first Christopher Clairvoyant one I reviewed, The Ravers story with legend Daniel Stevens off the telly, that one, I have always been saying that he can at times do something passable or even not bad. It's kind of like that saying, even a stopped clock is right twice a day. I think they actually came up with that proverb to describe Christopher Clairvoyant's body of work. This is a bad issue. It has all the usual problems, but it was also mostly set up for a big showdown next issue, and then it has a great ending bit with Nimrod. I didn't recommend it though. You can probably just find that splash page on Google image search and experience all this issue really has to offer there. I rate it 7 thumbs up.